Well, I sure hope everyone has had a good Christmas so far. I know I have. Opened stockings, cards, and presents from family, friends, and loved ones. Given presents to family, friends, and loved ones. Shared your favorite holiday memories, called your best friend, and went over the massive list of gifts you've received, and possibly most important, eaten a happy post-presents breakfast with your families, still wearing your pajamas, with wrapping paper adorning the furniture and covering the once existing carpet. Now it's time to gather everyone and cozy up by the fireplace with a warm cup of hot chocolate, coffee, and maybe for Mom a well-deserved eggnog, as it's time to hear the amazing tale of last night. As I was saying, the tale of last night. Or as some of us here at the North Pole Chronicle, a privately funded pirate radio broadcast, are calling the Lighthouse Christmas Miracle, and how a very special, very brave ballerina and her younger, curious, fearless brother saved the day. That is today, Christmas. Yes. This Christmas. For a mere few hours ago, all but chaos was on the horizon, and a Christmas morning that would make opening only a single brick of ice-cold coal feel like a memory worth framing, as you will soon find out. Ho, ho, hot! Hoo, 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 hoo. Wind is kicking! Whoa, ho, 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 whoa, turbulence. Better buckle up, Santa said as he strapped in his bell-ridden sleigh belt and descended from the clouds to a more stable cruising altitude. Well, I tell ya, Donner and Blitzen, the weather outside is frightful. I didn't think hurricane season started until the end of June. Santa talked most to Donner and Blitzen on long rides. They were the two reindeer closest to the front of the sleigh and happened to be the best listeners, as they offered unique perspective to Santa's often deep existential commentary. You see, Santa was methodical when it came to the arrangement of his best friends in the animal kingdom. His lifelong trusted and capable of a great many things, magical 8 flying reindeer, with the 9th most magical reindeer of all leading the pack. The one, the only, Rudolph the Great. And wouldn't you know it, last night, Christmas Eve, the weather app called for a globe-covering, multifaceted storm of stupendous differentials, whatever that means. So Santa prepared accordingly. He packed well and dressed for disaster. His sleigh was loaded with contents including but not limited to 1 endless magic bag of toys and presents for all the girls and boys who made the nice list, even some moms and dads. 1 custom pair of insulated red canvas Carhartt pants and 1 red Carhartt J140 jacket even he was on the wait list for. Lumberjack long johns with 2 magic Santa hats to match, 2 in case one blows away, of course. Oakley goggles, vintage polo mittens, and the beef and broccoli Timberland.
Trees.
1 turkey bag full of concentrated Christmas cheer for emergencies. 1 packed lunch with 100 candy canes, a foot-long veggie sub, 3 boxes of cookies, a gallon of chocolate oat milk. Mrs. Claus has Santa watching his figure, and 1 piping hot bottomless thermos filled with Mrs. Claus's world-famous North Pole Kick. A part coffee, part cocoa, part special magic ingredient, and man does that North Pole Kick give you the boost that keeps boosting. The sleigh itself, which is upgraded annually, is only the 3rd model ever, and rightfully named the Cloud Surfer. The first model stands on display at the North Pole Museum of Christmas Miracles, and the 3rd was built after the great insurance debacle of 1989. Thankfully, Santa was in good hands. The Cloud Surfer features a convertible rocket top, illuminated with twinkling stars and a precise map of the constellations. Full fire and hail-proof windshield, tinted windows, a new and improved state-of-the-art cockpit, reclining racing seats that massage when on autopilot, a toggle switch to enter wormhole mode, a full fireplace that warms the sleigh on command, a secret compartment for unpatented and inventions, contraband in Santa's magic bag of toys, and a booming sound system designed by elven tinkerers, complete with a row of subwoofers for when Santa wants to bump his favorite, Christmas in Hollis, for all to hear. And wouldn't you know, as Santa was doing just that, anticipating the next track on his hip Holly playlist, dipping a cookie and checking his coordinates, a buzzer starts blaring. And a light on his dashboard blinks. Ho ho no! Rudolph's glow light has burnt out, Santa exclaimed. Hold on tight, my friends, he told the reindeer. Tonight we ride by moonlight. Santa looked toward the sky. Oh no! The moon is barely crescent. We absolutely need Rudolph's guiding light if we're gonna make it down every chimney, climb through every keyhole, through every drain or open window necessary to deliver all these presents, for we must spread Christmas cheer. Way out in the distance, Santa sees a beam of light piercing through the storm clouds. We're saved! The St. Augustine light! Follow it to shore. We can set down on the beach at Anastasia State Park, where no one will bump into us. Ho ho ho, hurry now! They reached the shore in the Saint nick of time, where it was a calm, nice, not too chilly at all night on the North Florida beach. Lucky for us, the storm isn't making it out of the Atlantic tonight. Now, Rudolph, you come with me, and the rest of you, chill here and relax, 'cause we're gonna have to break the speed limits in the warp zones to make up time for this pit stop. Fuel up with some delicious fish from the sea. But no surfing tonight. You need your strength. Dasher, you're in charge until I get back. And remember, everybody, remain invisible. Santa always left Dasher in charge of the others because she was the eldest, and quite frankly the most no-nonsense reindeer in all the North Pole. The reindeer galloped towards the crashing waves, ecstatic for a fresh catch, while Santa and Rudolph walked toward the neighborhood in search of a Christmas miracle to get them back on track and flying through the atmosphere. Santa, I don't feel so well. I didn't eat my pre-flight special Christmas dinner, and now my magic is too low for me to glow, Rudolph said sadly to Santa. Well now, don't fret, my friend. I happen to know a girl who loves you the most of all the reindeer. Well, she's the bravest, the smartest, almost 5-year-old I know, and she will surely know how to get your magic back, Rudolph. Wow, radical. Indeed it is, and I'd bet you if an adventure is afoot, her wild-eyed kid brother is gonna want to stomp along as well. Santa? Yes, Rudolph? I can't wait to meet them. I sure hope, Rudolph. They already love you. Rudolph smiled and his nose began to glow for a second. You see, Rudolph, Christmas magic is all around us. Okay, quiet voices. We are here. You wait here under the live oak tree and I'll be right back. Inside it was quiet, and all through the house 'twas only Dad snoring, and for years there hasn't been a mouse. Upstairs the heroes of our story all tossed in their beds, barely asleep with excitement, and visions of present time danced in their head. For little did they know St. Nicholas was already there. In through the back door he came, all quiet with care, so not to wake Mom and Dad he tiptoed upstairs. When he got to the top and turned the first corner, he stepped on a Tonka truck. Whoa! Santa slid and soon was airborne. He flipped through the air, and boy, what a clatter when he landed on his head, but was saved by his hat fur. The kids jumped out of bed to see what's the matter. They bust out the room when what to their wondering eyes did appear? Santa, they said.
We're so happy you're here.
Well, hello, Buffy and Isaac. They ran over to give Santa a hug and to help him up. And that's it for part 1. I sure hope you enjoyed the story. Check back next week for part 2.